What happens when two best friends decide to have a baby together? Catelyn and I had been best friends since freshman year of college when we got paired as roommates. While everyone else was getting blackout drunk at parties and waking up with regrets, Catelyn and I were having movie marathons in our dorm room and stealing extra cookies from the dining hall. After graduation, we both got jobs in the same city and lived in the same apartment building. One night, after her latest breakup with some realtor who forgot to mention his wife existed, Catelyn looked at me after our third bottle of wine and said the most insane thing I had ever heard come out of her mouth. We should just have a baby together. Think about it. We are already more committed to each other than most married couples I know. Our friendship has outlasted every relationship either of us has ever had. I thought she was joking at first, but her face was completely serious as she kept going. We are 34 years old. We both want kids and we are running out of time. We trust each other completely and we already plan our whole lives around each other anyway. So why wait for some magical person who might never show up? The crazy thing was that it actually made perfect sense when she laid it out like that, because we had both been talking about wanting kids for years, but neither of us could keep a relationship going long enough to get there. We spent the next 3 months researching everything and making spreadsheets about costs and schedules. We finally decided to do IVF using Catelyn's eggs, and with me carrying the baby so we would both be connected to the baby in our own way. Our families thought we had completely lost our minds at first, with my mom actually asking if we were secretly in love and just not telling anyone, but after seeing how serious we were about the planning, they came around. The pregnancy was actually perfect. Catelyn went to every single appointment, held my hand through the morning sickness, and assembled all the furniture for the nursery while I supervised from the rocking chair. When our daughter was born, we named her Riley, and for the first 6 months, everything worked exactly how we had planned it. We split everything perfectly down the middle, with Catelyn taking nights the first half of the week and me taking the second half. During the days, we worked around our jobs, and somehow it all just clicked into place like we had been doing it forever. We even had this color-coded calendar on the fridge that told us exactly who was doing what every single day, and an app to track every feeding and diaper change. We never fought because we had already figured out every detail before Riley was even born. The problem started when I met Ethan at work. He had just moved to my department, and when he asked me to coffee, I said yes without even thinking about it. When I told Catelyn about the date, she got this look on her face like I had just told her I was selling Riley on eBay, but she said she was happy for me. Things got bad between us when Ethan and I kept dating, and suddenly our perfect schedule had to include another person. Catelyn would make these passive-aggressive comments about how Ethan was around Riley too much, even though he had only met her twice in 2 months. When I asked if Ethan could come to Riley's first Christmas, Catelyn completely lost it in a way I had never seen before. "You are destroying our family for some random penis that showed up too late," she screamed while Riley cried in her high chair. I just stood there shocked because Catelyn had never yelled at me like that before. That's when I realized that we'd been trying to force ourselves into being like wives to each other, when really we were just best friends who decided to have a baby together. We went to therapy for 3 months trying to fix things before we finally had to admit this wasn't actually working. I wanted to fall in love with someone and not just have a roommate who helped with the baby. Catelyn wanted someone who was choosing her first, not someone who was squeezing her in. We sold the house we had impulsively bought together and got our own places, but we both stayed in Riley's life and shared taking care of her like divorced parents do. The beautiful part is that 2 years later, Catelyn met Lisa at our daycare. Lisa was a single mom with a daughter Riley's age, and she understood exactly what Catelyn was looking for because she wanted the same thing, which was a true partner. They moved in together after a year, and now Riley has 4 parents who all love her, and we all do holidays together like this big weird family that actually works.